Greetings, South Africa. Today, the main purpose of the course is to understand the Crowd1. We were the first one to drive the Crowd1 and build the business, mostly in South Africa. There's more than 3.7 million members that are members of Crowd1 coming here from South Africa. That is massive. That is big. But now, where all these things went wrong? So today we need just to understand the Crowd1. But today I'm just not alone as Mtobisima Pumulo. You know how much I've built this business. But today I'm having Derek with me, the gentleman, the man who understands many things about Crowd1 because he never stopped learning. It is true when successful people tells us that learn, then remove L, then you're gonna end, because that is simple a principle that all of us will need to apply if we want to become successful. So today I'm just gonna be introducing Derek to you, but he's here next to me. He's gonna introduce himself. Then from there I'll have some couple of questions for everyone to understand the vision of Crowd1, because we all need to understand Crowd1 and we love Crowd1. A lot of people, they have a very great story with Crowd1 and the testimony, but one way or another we lost it. But we understand in the business world you cannot always the business going up and up. There are those moments when the business is gonna go down, but at least we still have this business and it's still launching product after product. So the only thing that people need to do now is to catch up and understand the product. Yes, Derek.
100%, I agree with you fully. No business can start and simply keep that massive momentum.
Yes.
It has to go through troughs and through peaks, and Crowd1 is no exception. However, Crowd1 is absolutely exploding. Lots of people didn't give it 5 minutes of daytime 2.5 years ago when it came to South Africa. Lots of people were nervous, but Crowd1 changed everything around business. They've changed on its head, and in my opinion, for the better. There's no other company like this with a track record, with the facts. Lots of confusion in the beginning around how this company works if there's no products. Today, 2.5 years later, there's more products than most companies put together, and which can put people's minds at ease. Where this company is going is absolutely insane.
That is powerful now. But now we know that in a space of network marketing, there's a lot of chaos. There's always opportunities after opportunities. So what I want to get from you, what makes Crowd1 to be the different company than many companies that are out there in network marketing?
Good question. In my opinion, Crowd1 only focuses on online companies because of the sheer size of the company. The biggest struggle with any networking company, in spite of their fantastic product ranges, is that they just cannot break the 4 million, 5 million barrier. They've never been able to do that because you're still sitting with manufacturing, with logistics, with all the normal, let's call it the normal business issues around getting your products to those people around the globe.
Yes.
If it's virtual, you have none of those issues.
Okay.
And suddenly you can have a bigger profit share. So we only focus on virtual companies to take them to market through what I call the world's biggest crowd, if you want, cryptoversy, hyperversy, if you want to look at the buzzwords, this entire metaverse that we find ourselves in. it's nothing more than buzzwords for internet-based businesses.
Yeah.
So people almost complicate it. It's a lot simpler than that. But the magic is Crowd1 gives the common guy in the street, any country around the world with no education, the ability to be able to become an influencer marketer for online companies. That's it. Simple as that. No smoke and mirrors, no voodoo, no black magic,
Yeah.
no pyramids, no Ponzi's. Very few people could see this business case in the beginning because they decided to build the crowd first.
Yes.
Now that the crowd is almost 50 million people, it's irrelevant what product we bring to the crowd. Even if just the crowd members participate, it's simply the biggest and the best and the fastest. So all accolades to Crowd1 for that vision.
No, because now people want to achieve financial freedom. We cannot run away from the fact that people, when they get into network marketing, it's because they want to grow, they want to have financial freedom. How can one leverage Crowd1 to build the financial freedom?
I also like that concept because what Crowd1 created is simply the ability as a management platform or a management tool for online based on a mobile phone, which is your entry-level requirement. So anyone literally with no education whatsoever can leverage that management tool, introduce a few family members and friends, obviously engage in the products that Crowd1 are doing the marketing for, the different companies, but suddenly you have the ability, in the case of Africa, to earn in a stronger currency. Crowd1 being a European company, you can either earn in European currency like the euro or in a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, for an example.
Okay. And
that is in itself giving the average guy around the world the ability to be able to do that, where the euro is a lot stronger than probably 80-90% of currencies around the world, is already a very unique space. And nobody is perfect, nobody from the onset is an expert. Crowd1 has got the ability to ease you into the business. There are over 25,000 presentations every single day.
Wow.
In virtually every language on the planet, because Crowd1 now, 2.5 years later, has a presence with 47 million people in over 200 countries. So in my opinion, it's the ultimate influencer marketing machine. And we all do it anyway. Whether you recommend a movie to a friend or whether you recommend whatever it is to one of your family members, the only difference is now you're being paid for that recommendation.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
That is powerful. But now, many members or many people that are inside the business, even the news, that the new ones that are going to come and be part of us, because we cannot run away from the fact that the business is so much exciting and all that. Like many people have missed in buying the product that the companies keep on rolling out. And when I look at this in the future, I still see the company keep on bringing more and more and more products that are exciting, that's going to be able to change people's lives. If you were to stress out, what is how important it is for one of members and the new people to engage and buy each and every product that is there and try and learn and understand the product. Because again, it's not a matter of just buying, because like people, they are confused. But now the most important thing is to learn from this product, how important it is for people to activate or buy their product.
Very important point that you're touching there, because everybody, even the existing Crowd1 members, thought you just sign up here and success will come down and slap you in the face.
Yeah.
For any business to work, there must be a sale that takes place, and only once that sale has taken place, there's obviously profit to share, right?
Yeah.
So in Crowd1, it's exactly the same. Although it's online businesses, it's one thing building a crowd and signing up members, for which there are very, very nice incentives. However, to create a long-term sustainable business, very important, the Crowd1 members can either engage in those products themselves, for which you also get fantastic remuneration, simply because the remuneration is very, very strong currency based. But in the same breath, the more people you get to engage in the products, well, then there will be profit till kingdom comes home. Now, by example, if 47 million people simply register for some of the products being online, you need to register for it, well, then suddenly we become the biggest gaming company on the planet instantaneously.
And that's
for instance, like
us.
Mixter. Yeah, nobody else can dispute that because of the sheer numbers of it. And that's really the magic of the crowd. That's what the magic of what Crowd1 is built, how that comes into play. If all of the people engage, well, there will be profit. Literally, you won't be able to count your income. if all of the people then, based on their experience, their user experience, recommend to friends and neighbors and friends, then the entire machine literally kicks into play like it should be. So a lot of Crowd1 members have just signed up until now, and lots of people waited for lots of things to happen. In the beginning, there was all this unsurety. Are they going to launch products or not? We're signing up people left, right, and center. Now, today, 2.5 years later, every single product literally is materializing one after the other. And we're in a very, very special time at the moment where some of these companies will explode to 200, 300, 400 billion dollar companies in a heartbeat because of that crowd membership, that privy of having this fantastic crowd all around the world, from all ethnic groups, nationalities, continents, you name it. Yeah. You're either in or you're not. Yeah.
I heard when we talked before all this that your favorite product is Mixter.
Oh,
what is it that makes Mixter to be that one product that you love the most?
Well, long and short, the Mixter, this little emblem that you see here, this is Max, the fox from Mixter. Ironically, just behind Mixter is the company called Emerge Gaming. Yes. And they've been around for many years. And they've been building platforms for many years. Now, finally, we've got a little taste of the social gaming platform that went live last year. And suddenly, a listed company on the Australian Stock Exchange, Emerge Gaming, goes from 36,000 members to over 2 million members in like 8 months. The power of the crowd. However, they've saved the best is still coming. Literally within the next 50 days, what's going live is a product called Mixter Plus. Okay. So far we've all been waiting for what the kids call the real games. Okay. The latest and greater games. Now, on the back of the 5G mobile phone operators rolling out with their 5G devices, this tough economy around the world, it's very difficult to acquire Xboxes and PlayStations. The latest PlayStation is 18,500 Rand in South Africa. Yeah. In this economy, who can afford that? Then you still have to pay 1,500 Rand plus for the individual games. And you know it's like an old CD. Yeah. You play it 100 times and then it lies on the cupboard gathering dust. You never ever use it again. At that cost, what is happening now, Mixter is becoming the world's first social platform, cloud hosted, pushing to your device, a la 5G phone being one of them. Also console and PC, the ability to subscribe for a minimum amount, either monthly, 6 months or annually, and being able to engage in those same games. But the difference is now you can engage in those games from anywhere at any time. Okay. Standing on a street corner with your 5G phone, you can now play your favorite AAA game. AAA is just the best of the best games. Yes. You can sit in a bus, in a taxi, on a plane, in a train, on the way to work, on the way home, at school, at home, and sadly, at work, you can even engage in this gaming. Not requiring a console with a very good internet connection and some Wi-Fi connection anymore. So you can imagine the growth expected from Mixter in the next 6 months is to take this company, which have gone from 36,000 members to 2 million, to take them to a $200 billion industry before Christmas this year.
Oh, that is big. That's massive.
This is huge. This, for me, this is the biggest thing. Whether you're in gaming or not is irrelevant. You can still earn from that marketplace by being an influencer marketer. So you don't physically have to play the game yourself. Okay. But on the flip side of the coin, take all our youngsters who already understand gaming intimately. Yes. If you look at our school leavers from last year, they're sitting at home twiddling their thumbs. Mom and dad has just come out of the biggest economic crisis known to our lifetimes. This whole COVID fiasco for the last 2 years. Some people don't even have jobs left anymore. Yeah. The long and short, now kids who know gaming inside out can play those games literally for income. Now, what can possibly be better if you can't get a job than playing games for your income?
When you play a game, you get paid.
That's it. And you're recommending it to your friends anyway because you play against them. Oh, and everybody
it's
makes
like a
money.
tournament.
Exactly. Tournaments. The AAA games are typically played among family members and friends all over the world. And the more serious gamers, which is the next thing to launch, will take us all the way into full-blown esports. where there are champions crowned just like normal sports. Electronic sports is massive. It already occupies TV channels on DSTV, etc., in the Super Sport range, where people sit and watch other people playing games. Okay. Now, my own mouth was very big 2.5 years ago. My statements in front of a lot of people was, I could never see myself playing games at my age. But once you get into Mixter, you literally get hooked. My 82-year-old father-in-law plays games for 3 days non-stop, and enjoying it, having fun, inviting friends. And what can be better than being paid for that? Now, I can't say too much, but what's coming with Mixter in the form of rewards, it is absolutely insane. You will be able, you can actually already play games for more than 1,000 pages of products. Included in those product ranges are data and airtime from every cell phone operator globally. Now, if the kids or the youngsters today start realizing, I don't have airtime and mom and dad doesn't have money, but I can play games to earn airtime, and that same airtime allows me to play even more games.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that we are sitting on that's going to turn the world on its head within the next month, with or without you. Now, that said, if you can start playing games for massive prizes like vehicles, possibly money, holidays, you name it, why would you not want to have fun and at the same time start to earn?
Making money.
So the concept of play to earn is the world's first. Crowd1 and its members and all the Mixter members, the Metaverse members, all different games, and at the same time you're actually doing proper education. Metaverse is a game that takes you onto the stock exchange, teaches you how to trade, etc. Whereas Planet IX, which have also gone from not having a single member in December when they launched to 1 million members right now in 4 or 5 months. That's a success story second to none. Once again, but suddenly you get education on the stock exchange market, the property market, how to make sense of this whole crypto environment through proper education and companies that host literally online, real time, people that spend their entire professions in that industry to help us to get only 4% of the globe right now who engage in some or another form of crypto, to get that information and what is right and what is wrong, what is dangerous and what is easy, how to interface, how to actually make it work for you and your family as a subscription to a Crowd1 member. There are banks that don't even have this kind of facility. And this is all part of the Crowd1 membership. Now, once you actually earn a decent commission, what can be better than going on holiday and actually have a massive discount from booking your hotel and your car rental and your cruises and whatever else comes with, all based from the companies who are already partnered with Crowd1. In the beginning, I was also part of it. It was difficult to see where this business case would take us. But right now we are living this. So I always say to all the existing Crowd1 members, if ever there was a time to wake up, then that time would be now. Pat yourself on the back that you're actually already in Crowd1. Because a lot of us joined on a leap of faith 2.5 years ago. Now that you can actually see the common threads and the business and where this business is moving to, this will become the marketing standard in the world. The days of billboards and newspaper ads, television ads, nobody knows what they say anymore. Everybody makes coffee during the TV ad time. You drive past the same billboard every single day, but if I ask you now what's written on that billboard, you won't be able to tell me.
Yes, that's true.
Yet, for the first time with this whole metaverse concept, marketing, gaming, play to earn, the crypto world, it's all coming together at the same time. And Crowd1 is literally the pioneers. Some countries don't even have legislation for things like crypto yet, while some other countries, have already adopted a crypto policy. But we already earning, trading with it, within that space on a daily basis. So guys, this is a really, really unique opportunity, not to be missed. Everybody, in my opinion, should be educated on how this works, how to make the most of it, and how to turn it into a sustainable monthly or annuity income, literally till Kingdom comes. That's how we can benefit from it. So I get really passionate around this. It's the lack of education that's literally keeping countries like South Africa in the financial state where we are. As difficult as it is to create new jobs and that, we are sitting with this on our fingertips but it's now time to turn the switch and get this thing into second gear and really help people, especially those people who've already made the commitment to get into Crowd1, to start honing and machining and start farming this environment for every single penny it can actually make for you, especially with the tough economic climate around the world.
So the way you have explained this to me, it's like everyone who's the member on Crowd1 is sitting with gold.
You have no idea. You have no idea. We can instantaneously become the biggest gaming company on earth if 47 million members simply click the button that says register and goes through the process. So we could have been the biggest gaming company on earth a year ago already. It was lockdown, COVID, etc. Nobody saw that coming. But if you're an existing Crowd1 member, you're currently sitting on a €69, that's over R1,000, gaming voucher that you can play the Mixter games as they are right now for 1 year for free. Why is that important? It's like having samples of your normal product. So what can be better than exposing, even if you're not a gamer yourself, then log on and register and let your kids and your grandkids play. Because potentially this could become their income one day. So you want to make them masters of this environment as soon as you possibly can. The reality is every single day, right now as we are sitting here, around the world, 3 billion people are playing games on their phones right now. Every single day.
Whether you are in or not, whether you're a gamer or not a gamer.
Nothing to do with Crowd1. Today, 3 billion out of the over 5 billion smartphones will engage in gaming. Whether the people are bored sitting in buses and trains on the way to work and back, it's irrelevant what the reason is. That's why the gaming industry is so massive. And that's why the marketing guys have finally realized if you want to reach masses of people, then you have to get your marketing turned into a gaming offering.
I think you touched also something about the Warren Buffett story into games. If you can maybe just tell us about that.
During lockdown, a disaster for almost every industry on the planet. South Africa's problem started way before COVID, being financially downgraded by Moody's twice, etc. Our economy is a disaster. There's not one single sector of the economy that wasn't in some another state of crisis even before COVID. So in many aspects, COVID is the bad cherry on this bad economic cake. However, during COVID, everybody bled. Mr. Warren Buffett and his entire earning portfolio, no exception to the rule. He owns a company, or he's part of a company called Tencent Holdings.
Okay.
During COVID, when every single market sector crashed, Tencent Holdings grew by 32%.
Okay.
To such an extent that it kept afloat all the other industries as well that he's involved in. Why? Because people were locked up in their homes, in their apartments, and some of those apartments are nothing more than a pigeonhole, in my opinion, if you go and look at old Europe, etc. So what did they do from a boredom perspective? They all ended up playing games on their phones.
Okay.
Noses stuck on the screen. Gaming went ballistic like never before. In fact, it was estimated by 2023 that gaming would reach certain values. In my opinion, we haven't got the official numbers yet, so I won't stick my neck out. But in my opinion, we've passed that in the middle of COVID already, like no one could ever anticipate. But once you're in the gaming environment, it carries that momentum. You never go back to not playing games again. Now, just look at our youngsters and our kids. Today, they get born with a device in their hands. Now, from an affordability perspective, we briefly touched on that. What can be nicer, even if you like the look and feel of a gaming console? You can now, for 600 Rand at your local PC shop, buy a console that I can slide my mobile phone into. So back to the fact that I don't need a proper Xbox or PlayStation anymore. And to be able to engage in those games and also participate and play in those tournaments. So it's just becoming easier, more user-friendly all the time. Whether you or I physically play the game, completely irrelevant, but you can earn an absolute fortune from that industry. Now this is a very special opportunity. Gaming is going through this whole change which we will never see in your and my lifetime ever again. So we can be part of the earning part of this concept. Guys, just become a part of this thing. I love it when especially the older people tell me, ooh, I don't play games, I'll never play games. It's irrelevant. If you can add to your pension income, even if we can just double that pension income. You mentioned there's over 3.7 million South Africans in Crowd1, yet our economy is in dire straits because only 14% of our entire population have got a job. 14% is trying to keep a whole country afloat. It will never work. However, if every Crowd1 family or household can simply earn €100 a month, just €100, nothing more, nothing less, which is basically double a South African pension.
Yeah.
We change the economic landscape of this entire country. Never mind the fact that Crowd1 has no ceiling on income. Not only can you benefit from the 6 Crowd1 income streams, which are all related around euro and obviously annuity income anyway, but on top of that, I can now play to earn from 3 of Crowd1's game environments anyway. Not sure if you know the term NFT or have been exposed to NFTs already. Once again, the latest buzzword around the metaverse.
Yes.
Simply means for the people out there a non-fungible token.
Yes.
Which is simply like a piece of digital art that's unique. It's like the Mona Lisa, it's unique.
Yeah.
Now, if I can earn this simply from my loyalty points that I claim every day, folks, people are paying millions of dollars for NFTs.
Okay.
If South Africa is in a financial crisis and you can get your hands on these NFTs by engaging in a game, why on earth are you not doing it?
Okay.
You are sitting with this gold, but it's dripping through our fingertips at the moment. It's time to really start engaging now and to milk this thing for whatever it's worth for as long as we possibly can. And gaming is not going anywhere in a hurry. It's here to stay for a long, long time, like it has been.
Okay, we've been sitting on the table for long with a lot of discussion, criticizing the business, all the negativity. We all know the media attack and all the things that happened in the past, COVID and all that. But now, we're no longer going to dwell on that anymore. Now, just tell me, where do you see the future of Crowd1 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years from now?
Well, the biggest issue at the beginning was that leap of faith. Some people had the vision of what's coming. Myself, I spend a lifetime in hardware and software development for companies, and I saw industry start up from nothing, etc. It was a privilege to be part of that entire environment. So I understand that, especially a company that's exploding the size of Crowd1, there will always be issues. There will always be some or another hardware issue on the internet. It's not displaying the right thing. There will always be a software issue. There will always be a systems issue, especially with a rapid expansion like this. Now, a payment issue is an exact example of that.
Yeah.
There's no payment system on the planet where you can go to an Oracle or a SAP or a Pastel or any one of those type companies and say, excuse me, I would like to buy a payment system for 50 million people.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Okay.
Imagine 50 million people this month sign up one member and we're 100 million.
Yes.
So Crowd1 literally have to write these things from the onset. So there will always be some or another issue. But if they wanted to run away with our money, don't you think COVID would have been the perfect excuse?
It could have been.
Yet, they're still around. COVID wasn't even a speed bump for us. During COVID, like a true online company, all the events, we had very nice physical events here in South Africa, which brought a lot of comfort. We all met all the directors and whoever the company represented. It simply turned during COVID to online, like we should be.
Yes.
And it wasn't even a speed bump. They just bought the old Star Wars, studios for broadcasting, and all our events simply went online. Nothing stopped us. In fact, it actually enhanced our business because now more people had more time to spend on their phones and to try and understand this whole thing and become a part of it. Now, yet, in South Africa's case, there were lots of issues around the Reserve Bank, and is this legal, isn't it legal, the FSCA. We're not a financial institution, we've never been. We're a marketing company. If somebody explained it as a financial institution, well, then they did the wrong thing. They gave the wrong description, which I could also understand. In the beginning, there was so much hype. Yeah. Newspapers had a lot to say, some of the TV programs had a lot to say, but it all boiled down to one thing. In the beginning, it literally was a leap of faith, because there were no physical products. Today, with everything that have changed, and now finally the penny sort of drops for what it is the Swedish company tried to achieve. Because once the crowd is in place, all the other stuff is just semantics and time.
Yes.
Over time, the payment issues will be solved. Over time, we're not really, I can't understand why we at the Reserve Bank, but for peace of mind, if we were illegal, we would have been shut down 2 years ago. So we're not illegal. In fact, Crowd1 has got a whole compliance department today dealing with issues and stuff like that, where there are confusion or where some of the products might need a legislation to be able to engage. So, I mean, if we're good enough now for our crypto wallet company that's actually kicking in play as we are, which is a UK listed bank, a full-blown bank that's providing us now with our crypto wallets to be able to trade easier and faster, especially for people around the world that don't have access or don't have the skill set for it. Then good enough for a British bank, stiff upper lip if I may add, very nervous when you say MLM and bank in the same sentence, yet it's done.
Wow.
The assistance of the whole crypto education through a company called Moonbirdie, done. Wow. All the gaming companies, done. The traveling companies or the online booking companies, done. So industry for industry, we're literally getting partners, if you want, and turning this thing into the success it was thought out to be in the beginning. So to be a part of the pioneers who literally started on a leap of faith and now being rewarded for it by even getting shares in a British bank. Yes. Where on earth are you ever going to get this opportunity again?
Wow, that's so exciting.
Insane.
Now, there's something that came up on my mind now. What could be the game plan? Because we have these old existing members confused, not catching up on information, but we believe that they will catch up with information. Otherwise, they're going to miss the bus. So now the new ones, those who saw the excitement, the success of Crowd1, but now they see that now Crowd1 has been here all around, and people are tired of being into business after business and all those things. So now, what is the game plan? The game plan just to make it this work for you and for your family.
Finally, with COVID lifting, we can go back to the physical meetings. So you can hear I'm old school. I still want to stand in front of you. Yeah. Although the youngsters have their own ways of building this business through their social media platforms, etc. But that said, there will be a lot of focus now. People like yourselves, also the other leaders, where we're all coming together and literally building these almost education platforms that you can have a step-by-step guide. In the beginning, there was so much excitement, people signing up, everybody made money. Nobody thought of, how does this work and how does that work? Okay. Now we're at that stage of the business. So yes, there was a massive hype in the beginning. It did plateau down, obviously COVID and all the other issues around it. But the point is, now it becomes a stable business. We've even Crowd1 has actually gone through one CEO that actually resigned. Everybody saw that as a disaster and must be jumping ship because of the pyramid. No, the company has now proven that it's bigger than the individual. Doesn't matter if the founder disappears tomorrow, the company should always be able to stand on its own legs and carry on. So that's the company that has now matured. Yes, the excitement levels are still there because now actually everything is launching. But believe me, when it gathers that momentum now, and I like to put it in very layman's terms, when we hit second gear, the second time around, watch this space. Not everybody that's got access to just one of the industries that could make us a $200, $300, $400 billion company by Christmas this year. There's clearly something being done here that's working like no other business has ever worked before, especially in this networking space. So I get very excited around that. That's exceptional. So the company will go like any other company, will go through motions, but the point is we're heading for 3.5 years in business. So I think a lot of people can now sleep easy at night, be more at peace that this company is here to stay. They could have run away during COVID, but they didn't. They're still here. It was very difficult during COVID to materialize some of the products. For instance, the banking wallets and that, because the guys at the banks weren't working at the banks, they were all at home. But they threw anchor. They made sure that the right partners for the right job was put in place. And that's literally happening as we speak.
Yeah.
So back on track, nobody's lost anything. You can't lose anything in Crowd1. There's no money to be lost. If you have lost money, then I must add that you have been stolen from. Then it's an individual issue, not a company issue. You can't lose money in Crowd1. So the point is, if you're in, make the most of it, engage with the products, start earning from it like the way it's supposed to be. So it's a very exceptional business case. There is simply nothing else like that anywhere on the planet. Like you said, we've all tried all the other avenues. We've lost a lot of money. They come and they go, and when you see again, once they start telling you they're upgrading their system, you can kiss your money goodbye. Guys, after all of this, whatever COVID had to throw at us, etc., we're just becoming bigger, stronger. We're getting a global presence through all the new offices opening up. Just become a part of this thing. And if at absolute minimum, understand how each of the products work. Not all the products will be for everybody, but find the one that's for you. And just get excited about that and start earning from that. Why would you not want to earn in a euro currency in these economic times?
I've seen one thing with you that almost all the events that the company is having, like the events like the one we had in Dubai and different events, I've seen you almost to many of the events. Why you keep on going to events? What does the events does to you if you are a member of Crowd1?
Well, good question. Firstly, you have to engage. If you become a reseller or if you become a franchise of whatever company, you have to engage. You can't do your own little thing and hope your franchise will work or your business will work. So firstly, it's important to engage on every single opportunity, every level. Because make no mistake, somebody says one thing here and you learn from it. And somebody else explains a thing that you might have heard 100 times before, but just in a different way, and you learn from it. So the constant learning education is absolutely critical in this type of business because it's moving so fast. And it's so many different products that you need to stay abreast of all of them. You don't need to be a specialist of everyone, but as long as you're a doctor that knows a little bit enough to on-sell it to somebody else or to benefit out of it from your own perspective, or the whole shebang if you want, that's also nice. But at the events, firstly, you get excited with the people around you. They blow you away with hearing other people's achievements and how they go about it. So you can always learn from becoming more efficient, more effective, faster and faster. And that you don't just pick up from the actual products. Okay. You pick up from the people that implement those products. So it's all for me about efficiency. Also being a part of the company when issues arrive. It's nice to know who to address for the issue and actually get an answer back. Not sit here on the sideline and hope and pray. You want to be in the mix of things. And it's very important for the company that you are on their radar screen, but they are also on yours. So it's a two-way street.
One thing I've learned in network marketing in the business world is just whatever that you focus on, it expands. Right now we know that our people and the people in the business, they are scattered all over and all that. We don't saying and what could be the danger of them not really looking into the business or participating or like buying the new exciting products that are there and all that. What could be the danger?
Well, for one thing, if you're not active in your account for 6 months, your account gets placed on hold, which means you're going to have to pay, unfortunately, another €2 to reactivate it. Okay. Because it's also one thing for Crowd1, they can't just say we've got 47 million people and in the meantime there's only 5 million that are active. Yeah. Because obviously engaging with listed companies, your figures have got to check out. It's got to be squeaky clean. Okay. So firstly, to keep your account active, it would be a hell of a shame if you already lodged onto Crowd1, paid your dues and you just let your account go. Why on earth would you want to do that? Secondly, if you haven't engaged in like more than a year, your account will be suspended because of that exact reason that I gave you now. So you definitely want to at least keep this thing alive and see what this thing can do for you. Guys, we're sitting in a Rolls Royce, but we're driving it up and down the driveway. It's now time to take this thing for a spin and to see what it can do. We've been waiting 2.5 years to get to this point. Why would you not want to give it a go? And it all comes back for me to this tough economic environment we find ourselves in. Every day has got a different curveball, and a lockdown, and a this, and a ESCOM, and a that, and the next thing. All more and more reasons not to be able to earn from our normal industries, and keeping people at home and out of their spaces. Here you can earn whether you're asleep, whether you're awake. It's a true annuity income from multiple industries. Why would you not want to experiment with this? If you take the sign-up package is 2,000 Rand, 2,200 Rand, somewhere there with the exchange rate.
Okay.
Today, if I take my family for a meal, that money is gone, never to be seen again in a restaurant. Never mind give you a business opportunity that can actually leave a legacy for you and your family. I say this at every opportunity I can. For all of us that come out of traditional jobs, and I was the CEO of 3 companies in my day, okay. No company, not a single one in the history of the world has been created to make an employee rich. Not one. You will, as long as you work in a job, you will be paid what someone else thinks you are worth. Yeah. Something wrong with that sentence.
Yeah.
Something big wrong with that sentence. Now who's the pyramid scheme and who's the Ponzi? Not all industries are bad, and that's why shareholders or owners create companies. But somewhere down the line of life, you have to explore something. And for the once-off buying price in this company, it's beyond my imagination how people can go onto the newspapers and say they've lost millions. How? If it's only 2,000 Rand to join, you've been stolen from. That's what happened there. It's got nothing to do with Crowd1. Yeah. Somebody personally took you for a ride. It's impossible.
Yes.
So this is why I'm saying to take a chance and not really take a chance. 2,000 Rand is going to make no one richer or poorer, but it can definitely change your lifestyle forever. Making the right decision, having proper education. So far it's been a lot of excitement and hype. Now comes the next phase, the phase of educating you what each product can do, how to earn from it, what you should be doing within each of those businesses to maximize your profits, and obviously turn this thing into a sustainable platform that one can actually live from, and take that pressure of the day-to-day business away from everybody, that relentless stress of how do I pay my kids' school fees and where does the next paycheck come from, or the bond payment or the car payment. Guys, we are sitting with this tool in our hands. If it can work for 47 million people in 243 countries, please explain to me why you are so special that it can't work for you.
Obviously, there is no explanation for that. You cannot be able to explain that. And I like the fact that you touch base. Like I remember when I joined this business, my situation was very bad. It was just after I left my job, decided to fully focus into the industry of network marketing. And then that is why for me, if someone say I've been scammed by Crowd1, I just get confused because it was just someone maybe who just became greedy and misrepresented the opportunity and take advantage of you. Because I remember during my days when I was building this and exploding this, I used to train my team to say start at a minimum, because even myself I've started with a minimum package, but then from there I did the work, I did the business, I worked the business, and I grew and I upgraded until I reached the level that I'm in now in the business and all that. So all the success that I have came just from that. Understand? So really it's a very golden opportunity that people they don't really realize how this business can really change people's life. In fact, it has changed many people's lives. Yeah.
I'm one of those people. When I saw Crowd1, I picked the absolute wrong time in my life to start my own business. To this day, it's 5 years since I've worked for a job. To this day, my day-to-day business, I've not drawn 1 cent salary. Because there isn't a cent salary to be drawn. Okay. It's as simple as that. Now, if it wasn't for Crowd1, we wouldn't have had this conversation right now. That's from my own perspective. So also, I literally grew Crowd1 in a way that for me minimized my absolute risk. Okay. Now, being 2,000 Rand back in the day to join the business, if you can even call that a business risk, but I've vowed to myself, I'm currently on director 3-star level and I want to get to president level. Now, I only had up until last week 25 personally introduced people in this business.
Wow.
Last week I was fortunate enough, not last week, during the last Dubai trip 3 weeks ago, another member signed up, but the people who signed them up for me just made them my 26th personally introduced person. So I've been in the business for 2.5 years. I've still only got 26 personally introduced people. Never mind everybody on my mobile phone who might need an extra euro income, which I think is everyone today. But I have missed every single bonus.
Okay.
I've started with the smallest package, and through commission earned from working, the magic word work, which
Yes.
everybody's afraid of, I was able to upgrade to the highest possible package in Crowd1. I have not missed a single beat. So I'm the guy in Afrikaans, we say, die agter ons kom ook in die kraal.
Okay.
I'm that slow guy that will also get there. This is a business, it's not a race.
Okay.
You asked me a bit earlier, where do I see the business 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? For me, to put the fundamentals in place, which I now have, now I can be at peace and I can grow the business at my own pace when the right set of ears come along my path, not this build a business in my own personal case. But the point is, I've achieved the same goals as everybody else in the business. So there's no right or wrong, there's no fast or slow. You do this business on your terms. In my case, I didn't have much of a choice but to look at a business like this from a pure income and keeping my own microeconomy going. And if it can work for me with that attitude and that pace, once again, it can work for everyone. I cannot see why anybody on the planet can be so exceptional that it can't work for them. I hear lots of people saying, "Ooh, I'm not a salesperson." Well, guys, you don't have to be a salesperson to be in Crowd1.
Okay.
Sales bonuses are only 2 of the 6 bonuses, which are nice bonuses, obviously.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a salesperson to build this business. The point is you're either in or not. But you cannot earn standing on the sideline. You have to somewhere down the line roll up your sleeves, getting involved and start working. This is not an investment company where you put in your money, you literally pray and lie on the couch and pray for better days. This is not that kind of company. If it was sold to you like that, then sadly somebody misled you, which could have been the heat of the moment or the excitement of the moment. This is a company where at least you have to mention. Now, for Pete's sake, if you see a good movie, you mention it to someone, right?
Yes, that's true.
It's exactly the same here. That's it. I've just sold to you. That's what an influencer marketer does. And that's why influencer marketing is so big. Best known influencer marketer on the planet, we all know him. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player.
Yeah.
There's just a few problems with his model, in my opinion. Can't speak English so lekker. Ooh, the ladies like him because he's a nice looking guy.
Yeah.
But only half the planet likes him. The half who he's scoring the goals for. The half who he's scoring the goals against. Ooh, they hate him.
Yeah.
Now, if you can convince him to say that one cold drink is better than another cold drink, half the planet's going to follow him like this.
Yes.
But in his own personal capacity, how many, let's say, 2-liter cold drinks can he buy himself physically? He's a rich guy, so maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000 2-liter, I almost said the brand, 2-liter cold drinks. If we are 47 million people, we speak every language on the planet. If 47 million members just buys one 2-liter cold drink a day, I'm afraid the biggest cold drink manufacturer on the planet can't supply. It's impossible. It's too big. Now one appreciates the power of a crowd and what has been put together. But if the crowd, because of the volume of buying power, can still get a discount to buy that cold drink because of our buying power, geez, how many of those cold drinks are we going to sell then?
Lot.
So that's why this concept that the Swedish company Crowd1 has put together here, in my mind, is an absolute business killer. We will never see this again.
Now, metaverse. We see the whole world is bubbling with metaverse. There's a lot of things. You go to social media, there's meta. Everyone is talking about metaverse and all that. Our company is launching metaverse. It's exciting. What can you tell us about?
There's a special opportunity, which is almost like a take two for all existing Crowd1 members. This is extremely, extremely important. Up until now, one of our bonuses is called the Streamline bonus, and it allows you and me to literally earn money from 5 levels deep, whether you've introduced those people or not, whether you know them or not, which is very nice. But Metaverse is like rewinding the clock back to day one in Crowd1.
Okay.
They literally want to double the company size because of everything exciting that's busy happening at the moment. Now, to help us and incentivize us, the existing members, you can now earn from 20 levels deep. So you can earn 20 times whatever it is that you've earned from Crowd1 for up to now. On top of this, whatever your rank is now out of the 21 possible levels, everybody wants to go higher, because the higher you go, the less people to share with, the more money you make. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So to accelerate your traveling from one level to the next one, they've given you, if you sign up people now, double the points. So it's like starting a 100-meter race at the 50-meter mark.
Yeah.
What can be better than that? It's like doing half the work for the same result. Insane. So existing Crowd1 members wake up, jump in and get busy. Then on top of all of this, now Metaverse is a company that, or a game that tells us how to engage in the proper stock exchange, how to buy, sell, trade. And at doing that, you can still play to earn income, which anything in euro for South Africa times 17 is insane. But the currency that you trade with in this game is called virtual options, VOs.
Okay.
So by signing up members now, as soon as you can, we started the pre-launch 3 weeks ago, and the pre-launch will go into the physical launch on the 7th of November. If you can sign up people now, you can earn 150% VOs to be able to play the game with and to be able to earn the real money. However, every week by week closer to the launch, the percentage is declining. So don't wait. Get into this damn thing right now as fast as you can, and simply start by getting all your existing Crowd1 members to go into Metaverse as well. Especially those members who haven't earned anything from Crowd1 up until now, either through not engaging or not knowing, or this whole COVID slowdown fiasco. Here's your opportunity to almost start over again, but start 20 times more efficiently. Any other company that has ever done this in the history of this business?
None. No. I think I'm so
Crazy.
excited now. Very crazy with all this helping people in the business. I'm so excited. I'm super. So much excited about all the things that are there.
Nice.
Mine is just to learn now. That's how I can sum up all these things. That if you wanna grow with the business and then also impact the world and change other people's life, the best thing that you can invest on now, if you are a Crowd1 member, is to learn. Because if you don't learn, you're gonna miss a lot of things, and you have to learn and catch up. Therefore, we're all gonna be able to become successful and achieve our goals. So, without anything else, thank you very much for allowing us and hosting us at your house to be able to do all this, because I can tell you now, as I was looking into different leaders that are out there, I saw your Zooms, I saw your Facebook page. Then to my mind, I said, man, Derek is the man that I have to go and talk to in terms of understanding this company and the vision and all that, so that we can be able to help as many people as we can, because it's all about that. People they need something. There's no job. You just told us that's only 14% of the people that are working in the country. So it's very bad. So I'm super excited. I think I'm just ready to go all out and work. I would love if I would work with all my older members, but if there is no way to work with them, there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people, probably so high. So I'm just ready. Thanks for all these opportunities. Thanks for the information. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, last thing I can contribute, you can build a Crowd1 membership anywhere around the world. Now, South Africa, as we all know, there's 1.6 million South Africans just in London alone that are working there and earning some kind of an income. We are spread all over the world. So we are truly a unique crowd, if you want, within the crowd of Crowd1, that have the ability to seed our businesses in every single country around the planet, because somebody's neighbor's child is working here, somebody's teaching English in China, etc., etc. There's a South African all around the world, because we are sought after workers. And at the end of everything, the bottom line is the bottom line. when people have physical money in their hands, why would I want to steal and do crime if I'm earning more than what the crime can pay me anyway?
Yeah.
So you can see that the knock-on effect of this is way bigger than just Crowd1 and another MLM company. I truly believe that the format of this company and how they've put it together can uplift not just your and my household, it can uplift the entire South African economy and place us back on our feet where we belong. If not, we can change the entire African continent's economy. If you look at what people are earning at the moment through traditional businesses, the 14% who still have a job, it's not sustainable. Yet, with no education, nothing more than a mobile phone, and doing something that everybody loves doing already. Gaming for some people is an absolute passion. Why would you not want to get into something that you can earn from that ticks all those boxes?
I can witness that the gaming it's people are very passionate about gaming. I have a son who's 7 years old. Whenever I'm at home, when I come to my phone, there's always a new game that he has downloaded. He's playing different games. So
at 7
years, he's playing games. There's a lot of games that are in my phone, but you see, so yeah, man, I think we could.
Yeah. I see a huge future for all of us. Just stick around. You are in this thing if you're an existing member. You at one point you got excited to do this. Just stick around and engage. By engaging, you'll start seeing the opportunities yourself. And also with now, let's call it the second phase, the training phase, the education phase kicking in. Now it's time to consolidate. And you don't have to be an expert of everything, but then choose what is for you and make money from that business sector. But the point is you have to engage.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mtabusi.
That was it, guys, with Mr. Derek, and there is a knowledge hub when it's come to the product of the company. So you can be able to hook up with him if you want to be part of his team, and then you can be able to grow your business. Just check the links below so that you can be able to contact him and so that he can be able to help you and grow your business. We're still going to be having Mr. Derek, where he's going to be now focusing on each and every product, specifically training each and every one of us so that we can be able to grow, because the most important thing now is for us to learn and have a knowledge on this. Don't forget to click on the links below, then, because that is going to help you to learn about this so that you can be able to change your life. Thank you.